Hey Egan, I'll get straight into it. So I went through your positioning, and the biggest thing I see is that you're sitting in a really interesting lane between mind mastery, consciousness, and alternative self development. What makes your content different is that you're not just helping people improve themselves, you're actually speaking to people who feel like their reality is being shaped by something deeper, and they want the language for that. The hidden transformation I see is that you're helping someone move from mental noise, identity confusion, and that unconscious looping we all go through into clarity, self trust, and intentional reality creation. That's a strong category when it's packaged clearly. When I look at your demands, I actually see a few themes that stand out pretty clearly. The first is the crossover between astrology, energy, and predicting reality. Your audience are deeply interested in understanding patterns and making sense of what they're experiencing. The second theme is around ADHD labels and value systems. There's a real appetite for content here that helps your audience question the identities they've been handed and rebuild from something more true and aligned with them. And the last theme that I see, which is your strongest monetization lane, is the mind as a projector, subconscious reprogramming, and how the inner filters shape external experience. The audience verdict is yes, there's demand, and it's not just content demand. It's offer demand if the promise is practical and grounded. With your follower base, this is enough to support a focused low ticket to mid ticket ecosystem, and potentially much more if the first offer converts well. So rather than trying to monetize everything all at once, I'd actually anchor the business around one clear transformation and let the other themes feed into it. To put this more into perspective for you, here's what your audience value is likely worth. And based on conservative market metrics, we're sitting around $27,360. Now, this number assumes that your audience doesn't grow and that there's zero optimization. It's just the beginning, and it's not actually the ceiling of where we could potentially take this. So, the product I'd actually bet on is the Filter Reset, which is a 6 week mind reprogramming program where the core promise would be helping people to identify the subconscious filters, shaping how they think, interpret, and respond to life, then consciously resetting those patterns. This feels like the most natural paid offer because it sits right in the center of your strongest content themes. It actually gives people a clear before and after. And the great thing here is you've already laid this out in Reel 3. Like, that is the exact problem that this product solves word for word. Your audience already knows, I know what to do, but my brain keeps pulling me back to the same patterns. Then I'd actually support that with two secondary offers. First is a values clarity intensive, which is more focused on identity, the personal truth, and clearing the inhibited labels or frameworks that we usually attach to. The second would be a timeless mind accelerator, which can sit as a deeper or faster implementation offer for people who already resonate with your worldview and want that stronger momentum. So now that you've got one core transformation, and then you have the two supporting parts depending on what someone needs most. And that's where the product ecosystem comes into place. It serves as your bridge between the free content people consume and then your premium coaching. It gives people who aren't ready to invest fully a way to go deeper with you on their own schedule. For the launch, I'd actually keep it really simple with a 14-day runway. You have a few days of warm-up content around the hidden filters, that subconscious that subconscious patterning, and why people keep recreating the same results. Then I'd move into a value phase where you teach the mechanism more directly and help people recognize themselves in it. And then I'd have a short open cut time frame with a clear invitation, simple messaging, and repeated clarity around who this actually is for. Nothing too aggressive here, just the consistent, grounded leadership you provide. Before we actually go into building the offer, I'd also test the band with a validation carousel or even a simple story sequence. We want something that names the experience directly, like feeling stuck in repeated emotional or life patterns, realizing the mind is filtering reality, and wanting to reset that from the root cause. If that gets the right kind of saves, shares, comments, and DMs, then you've got very strong evidence that the offer language is landing before you built everything out. And that's it, Egan. Overall, I just want to reflect back that this lane is all green lights for you, because a lot of creators tend to speak in either the very spiritual language or the very clinical self-help language. But you have the chance to bridge those worlds in a way that feels very intuitive, intelligent, and usable. That's why I think the opportunity here is real, only if you package it simply and lead people into one clear transformation. If you want, I can actually help you turn this into the actual offer structure, the messaging, and the launch plan. So it's not just an idea, but something ready to test. If that feels aligned for you, you can book a discovery call and we can map out the cleanest path forward together. No pressure at all, just information.